Dear Gromit, must stop eating cheese last thing. It's given me terrible dreams. Oh, last night I dreamt I'd accidentally become engaged to our neighbour, Miss Flit. Can you imagine? What's this? Oh no, lad. So it wasn't a bad dream after all. It's a real life-flipping nightmare. It's all coming back to me. At the fair, I found that lug nut and she thought it was a... Oh, my kitty aunt. Talk about matrimonial misunderstandings. You've got to do something, Gromit. No. I've got to do something. I must go and speak to Miss Flit at once, apologize and explain it was all a terrible mistake. I'm sure Miss Flit'll understand. She'll probably be relieved when she learns I wasn't proposing marriage after all. It's not as if we've much in common. Well, I suppose there's nothing for it but to, Oh, Major Crumb.
Yes? Ah, morning, Wallace. I've come about a professional matter of the utmost delicacy and secrecy.
You have? Oh, wonderful. Step into my consulting room and tell me all about it. Seems I'm going to be tied up for a while, Gromit, on business. Why don't you go and put your ear to the ground and find out how the land lies next door?
Great Aunt Prudence, you came so quickly.
Of course, Felicity. An urgent summons from one's only living relative, and heir to one's fortune, can mean only one thing. Man trouble. Now, who is the blighter this time? I'll box his ears if he's been toying with your affections.
Oh, no trouble as such, Aunt Prudence. But, well, there has been an important development on the matrimonial front, which... Pardon me, Aunt Prudence. I think I spy an ugly little intruder. I positively loathe fungi. Come, let's go inside for a cup of tea.
Have you chamomile, child? Man trouble always makes me hackles rise and my petticoats fluster.
It's not going to be an easy job.
No, it isn't. It's going to be deuced difficult. That's why my colleagues and I are turning to you. We only work with the best.
Oh, well, very kind of you to say so.
But I won't stand for any monkey business. If you don't bring me the genuine article, I'll know in an instant.
No, what?
That's what I need you to find out. You and that bloodhound of yours. You're detectives, aren't you?
Registered and certified.
Then you're precisely...
If there's any information gathering to be done, my eavesdropper is just the tool for it.
Eavesdropper. I like the sound of it. But you need to be discreet.
I suppose we can start hunting for clues with my super clue snooper.
Capital idea.
Still...
And if they put the thumbscrews on you, Wallace...
Oh, Gromit and I...
Sniper fire!
Merely porridge, Major Crumb. Carry on. Gromit, please.
Now, have you got all you need to get started?
Not quite everything.
Dash it, what more?
In his spare time, he likes to tinker a little.
Tinker?
Yes, inventions and such like.
A handyman? Well, you'll obviously have to put a stop to the inventing. Certainly not in the house. Can't be tolerated.
Oh, no. Far too messy and intrusive.
Well, I think you've told me all I need to hear.
And so?
So long as he doesn't leave his contraptions lying around all over the house, he sounds a very suitable suitor.
So our engagement has your blessing?
I don't see why not. Unless...
Yes?
Unless, of course... Well, he's not a member of that place, is he? That appalling country club whose name alone makes me shudder.
You mean Prickly Thicket?
Oh, yes. Oh, heavens, Charge, you know our family history. We Flits have never associated with those dreadful prickly thicketers.
Oh, you needn't worry, Aunt Prudence. Wallace isn't the Prickly Thicket type.
But you need to be discreet.
No answers yet in the, flit case, Gromit. You may want to use some of my equipment.
That's right. Put the thumbscrews on her. And if they put the thumbscrews on you...
Any news on the flit front, lad? Oh, dear. Do something, Gromit. Major Crumb?
Now, have you got all you need to get started?
Not quite everything.
Dash it, what more can I tell you?
This object you've lost.
Lost something? Who has? Ah, yes, I just remembered.
Oh, you have.
Yes, something that means a great deal to me.
Morning, Mr. Pannier.
Constable Dibbins. Delivering the mail as well this morning?
Aye, post is off sick. He's got the mumps and I've got the hump.
Sorry to hear that.
Her Majesty's mail must be delivered, and PC Ernest Dibbins has never shrunk from duty, even when such duties aren't even part of his blinking job description. Here's your post.
Ah,
Couldn't help but notice the coat of arms, Mr. Pannier. A prickly thicket, isn't it?
happen?
So, you remember then?
Oh, aye. Practically me second home.
Is it now? That's a very interesting coincidence. I was just saying to myself the other day, Ernest Dibbins, it's time you joined a...
Oh, my. Excuse me, Constable.
What are you staring at? Get along now. Back off. Caught him trying to nick your letter. The important one from Prickly Thicket.
Oh, that's only the envelope. I've got the letter here.
Not bad news, I trust.
Oh, no. Quite the reverse. It's my turn to propose a new member.
Is it really? Well, I never.
It's a heavy responsibility. Not everyone's cut out to be a prickly thicketer. The candidate must be a gentleman of impeccable character. Someone who's always there for a friend in need. A pillar of the community. And, of course, a sportsman. Going to be a long search?
Not necessarily. I mean, the ideal candidate might be, somebody who's very close to you.
Oh?
Aye, somebody who's right in front of your nose, in fact.
Ah, yes, of course. You mean Mr. Wallace, my near neighbour and one of my best customers.
Wallace? He's no blinking sportsman. He don't know one end of a golf club from t'other.
Well, that's true.
And he's hardly a pillar of the community, like
Like who?
Mr. Pannier. My dear Mr. Pannier, who watches over this town centre like a shepherd watches his flock. Who sees to it that everybody stays on the straight and narrow.
Oh, you mean you? But don't forget, you forgot to find me after that business with the bad bangers last month.
Only on account of me soft heart. It's me only failing. But don't start getting ideas. I'll let you off with a warning once, but just once.
Of course, Constable.
Now, you better start getting these crates put away. They're blocking a public thoroughfare.
Oh dear, not more crates.
Good day, Mr. Pannier. I'll leave you to think things out. Out of me way, you.
Don't suppose you could use a few crates of super sticky nut butter, can you? I ordered 5 tubs, but the daft hayperth at warehouse put me down for 500. How am I supposed to shift 500 tubs of super sticky nut butter? Wait a minute. Take this home to your master. Free sample, courtesy of Pannier's Produce. If you don't like it, you can always use it to fill in cracks before decorating. Keep your master's picture on you, do you? You're a sentimental dog, you are.
Closed by order of the law, and all on account of a teeny tiny mouse. Oh, ridiculous, really. But you know Constable Dibbins. He'll let a lot of things go, but he's a stickler when it comes to vermin. Hey up, Grommets! And Mr. Muzzle seemed like such a nice man. Whoever would have thought he'd turn out a reet villain? Ooh, careful with that. It's my last one, and it's reserved for Mr. Pannier. Ooh, that's from today's Idle Chatter column, isn't it? Corker of a picture. covert papers this morning how Monty Muzzle's fundraising funfair was a big fake, and how a certain ice cream vendor and his dog brung him to justice.
Oh, it's you. Looking for a policeman or a postman? I'm doing double duty. No letters for you today?
Hey, you're the mutt what's responsible for my incarceration, aren't you? No hard feelings, mate. Come here. I've got a little present for you. Pleasant accommodations so far as jail cells go. Pillows could be a bit plumper, but I ain't complaining. Anyway, my lawyers are on the case. They ought to be out in a fortnight at the latest.
Hey up, Gromit. Where'd you come from? I weren't really thinking straight when I said your master might be prickly thicket material. He's a right good bloke, your Wallace. But, like the PC says, if he's a sportsman, I'm a banana.
Hey, don't cut up magazine. That's for Mr. Paneer. Much obliged, Pat, but Mr. Paneer already gave me my free sample.
Oi! No tampering with Her Majesty's post boxes.
Well, no answers yet in the flit case, Gromit. You may want to use some of my equipment.
That's right.
I hate to keep shooing you away, old chum, but perhaps another little stroll into town. Although we are sure Mrs. Gabberly would be pleased to see you, we may find it looks a treat, lad, but I'm in the middle of a consultation right now.
I can identify the object perfectly well.
Oh, excellent.
And I shall identify it as soon as you fellas find it and bring it to me.
It's not going to be an easy job.
No, it isn't. It's going to be deuced difficult. That's why my colleagues and I are turning to you. We only work with the best.
Oh, well, very kind of you to say so.
But I won't stand for any monkey business. If you don't bring me the genuine article, I'll...
By the way, Major, what do you think of me new painting?
Why, it's very... By George, it's a masterpiece! You're detectives, aren't you?
Registered and certified.
Then you're precisely the men I need for the job.
And I hope we can be of service.
Oh, you can. But you need to be discreet. Tread softly. Aha! You found it! Wait. No, that's not it. And if they put the thumbscrews on you, Wallace...
Oh, Gromit and I would never do... Come on, Gromit, I'm in consultation.
Now, have you got all you need to get started?
I'm running out of room in my shop. What am I going to do with all this nut butter?
Hey up, Grommets! I couldn't help noticing that little item in the society section. The one about your master and Miss Flit. It's true, then? Been keeping it a secret, though, sly devils. It's good to have young'uns about flat again. Ooh, careful with that. It's my last one, and it's reserved for Mr. Paneer.
No, Mother. Not Icky Cricket. Prickly Thicket. A country club. Your Ernest may soon be joining a country club. What do you think of that? Of course they want me, Mother. Why do you sound so surprised about that? Why shouldn't a country club want me for a member?
Closed down by a...
Oi! No tampering with Her Majesty's post boxes.
Oh, Constable Dibbins seems to be taking quite an interest in you this morning.
Oh, yes. We're great chums, we are. He does me little favours, and I do the same for him.
Is that so?
Have you got my,
Here.
extreme pudding? Been looking forward to this issue. There's supposed to be an in-depth feature on the merits of natural rubber grips versus synthetic. Hello? What's this? Lincoln Nora. Is that who I think it is?
Well, I'll be. That's our Wallace, that is. Rookie of the Year.
I didn't even know he played golf.
Oh, he's a man of mystery and no mistake.
The constable was just saying what a rotten sportsman Wallace is.
Oh, he'll be eating his words when he sees that.
Yes.
What you thinking, Pet?
Oh, nothing. The constable's still the best choice. After all, he's been very good to me.
Must be nice to have friends in high places.
Oh, thought maybe it was the constable come back. Good old P.C. Dibbins. You know, he never issued me a fine. Not even when the mothball display collapsed and buried poor Mrs. Entwistle. That's the sort of fella you want to keep on side. Me mind's made up, I think.
For a start, could no answers yet in the flit case, Gromit? You may want to use some of my equipment.
That's right. Put the thumb screws on her.
Well, that's a poser.
An imposter? Where?
No, I mean it's a problem because we...
Out with it, man. Spit it out.
Oh, well, although we at Golden Retrieval believe the cost...
Can't really leave these crates in the street all day.
Ah, my good friend Panea. Glad to see you doing your civic duty.
Oh, yes. Wouldn't want to presume on our friendship.
That's why I've always respected you, Mr. Panea. Never one to take advantage of powerful friends. You know, when push comes to shove, the law must be obeyed.
Honor, duty, and golf. That's the prickly thicket motto.
And a fine motto it is. A motto I could easily live by if, say, someone were to invite me to join the club.
Say no more, Constable. I've thought it over and...
Thinking it!
Crikey!
What kind of trick is this?
Trick? No trick. Just a little mix-up. Optical illusion. If you'll just turn the other way for a moment, I'll...
Turn the other way? I I am an officer of the law, Mr. Panea.
But our friendship.
I'm sorry, Mr. Panea, but vermin's vermin, and vermin trumps friendship every time.
So, that's how it's going to be, is it?
Constable Dibbins, this is a pleasant surprise. What brings you to,
Here, package for you.
What do you suppose this is about? It's from Prickly Thicket. Well, I never. They're inviting me to become a member. And they've even enclosed the club's official tank top. Imagine that, lad. A country club. Ho ho! We're going up in the world, eh, Gromit? Miss Flit.
Please, Wallace, you needn't be so formal. Not after yesterday. Call me Felicity.
Yes. About yesterday.
I did leave you hanging in suspense, rather, didn't I? Naughty me. But I do have an answer for you now.
You do?
I couldn't take a step of this magnitude without first consulting my great aunt Prudence. And you'll be delighted to know she has given us her blessing. Isn't that wonderful? Her only caveat, and it's almost too ridiculous to mention, is that she forbids us to marry if you're a member of...
We reject the sticky wicket, that and ball of cursed cricket. We tell other sports to stick it. Golf for us is just the ticket. Hurrah! Hurrah for Prickly Thicket!
Brother Wallace is duly sworn in co-conformance with prickly protocol. Devil if I ken why it had to be Wallace, but what's done's done. Welcome to the club, Wallace. We await the opening whack. Swing that club, you tube!
What's he doing here?
Miss Constable Dibbins.
Stop in the name of the law! I hereby announce that in violation of Municipal Bylaw number 486, as relating to sports and social clubs use of, this club is to be closed forthwith. Bylaws state, and I quote, every registered golf and country club must be in possession of no fewer than one fully functioning golf course.
Oh, yes. That bylaw.
Pardon if I'm a bit, shaky on the upswing, but are you saying that...
We don't actually have a golf course. Not at the moment, anyway.
Had one once. Dashed fine one it was, too.
But the deed was lost.
Somewhere within the walls of this club.
Some little time ago.
1649?
Rotten year.
It's a long and terrible story.
It's history.
And as of tomorrow morning, Prickly Thicket'll be history too. Enjoy your last day at the club, gentlemen.
Well, there's only one thing for it, I reckon. Like the Booby Bobby said, let's enjoy our last day at the club.
Capital idea. Perhaps I can get a game of chess in before ticket.
I still need to work on me cushion technique.
Pardon me, but PC Dibbins is going to shut Prickly Thicket Golf Club because it hasn't got a golf course?
Insufferable cheek.
And it hasn't got a golf course because the deed proving its existence is lost.
Yes.
Indeed.
Aye, that's
Well
right.
then, there's nothing for it but to find the deed.
Easier said than done, laddie.
Prickly thicketers have been searching for centuries.
Impossible quest, Wallace.
Impossibilities are our speciality at Golden Retrieval.
Of course. Now I remember. That's what I hired you fellows to find. The deed to Prickly Thicket Golf Course.
Me clue finder ought to come in handy for finding clues.
Ah, time to tee off. Now, who am I gonna humiliate today? Wallace now, is it? Is that the best we can do for a challenger? Now, watch how it's done, laddie. Did you see that? Hole in one! Am I a McBiscuit or am I a McBiscuit? Your turn, Wallace. Unless you want to throw in the towel. Pick a club. It's your turn, so take a shot. You can swing from the laddie's tee right there, or the lassie's tee down there. For you, I'd recommend the lassie's tee. Pick your club and tee off. I haven't got all day. Choose your weapon, Wallace, if you still... Crimmins, are you daft, man? Swinging a club like that in a game like this? Try it again with a proper iron. Where did... That wouldn't be my club now, would it? How does he do it, you ask? Talent. Sheer talent. Not really cricket to make you keep playing, Wallace, but if you're set on it, there are the clubs. Giving up, eh? I'll take that club back if you don't mind. You gave it your best shot. Not your fault you're hopeless.
I'm still missing a clue or two. Quite an honour, Mr. McBiscuit being elected chairman, I mean.
Oh, honour has nothing to do with it.
We don't hold elections for the chairmanship here, Wallace. We play for it, like men in the chairman's tournament.
Oh, and how long has Duncan held the seat?
Ever since he won the chairman's tournament.
Call yourself a detective? You're not paying attention, Wallace.
There's bound to be a clue nearby. What's this? Behold the foolish puppy dog, he keepeth very busy. He seeketh for the silver key, and spinneth till he's dizzy. The hours pass, he stoppeth not, in daytime nor in nighttime. Methinks he'll findeth not his prize, until you see the right time. Lincoln Nora, this is a riddle and no mistake.
Call that poetry, Wallace.
I think it's a clue, Major Crumb. If I could just round up all the clues in the vicinity, I could begin to unravel this mystery.
Be careful with that book. The golfer's path to perfection. Aye, our first chairman spent his whole life devising this system, but now it's lost to history. All that remains of the path is the sixth and final step.
I can't make a proper start on this job till I found all the clues. Eureka! A clue! The golden key shall only be obtained by him who earned it. The golfer who, without a clue, took up the game and learned it. To hook and slice is never nice unless ye have direction. A book depicts in stages 6 the order of perfection.
Aha! I've got it now!
You have?
Rook to pawn 3!
Could this be a clue? Only the man who has mastered the Ganges and made the impossible shot is worthy to pocket the porcelain key that will slide in the porcelain slot.
Master the Ganges? Does that mean the river? Or could it mean...
Could it mean what?
Nothing. Just a silly superstition.
I say, that one's a rum 'un.
Aye, that one were Goodman Witless. Him and his evil hellhound Gimlet. Pox on the pair of them. It's them what put us in the predicament we're in today.
Really?
Aye, for when the devilish Duchess Flit were seizing the golf course and planting flowers on it, my poor Grandpa Rory were desperate. He loved his prickly thicket golf course like a wee wifey, but he couldn't save it from Flit's men and their terrible tulip bulbs. So when they snatched the course from him, robbed him, they did, he hid the deeds to the land, hoping one day to reclaim it and restore it to the noble cause of golf. And that were his biggest mistake, hiring them two buffoons to help.
You mean Goodman Witless?
Aye, and Gimlet is devil whelp. Local cloakmakers and jacks of all trades they were. Grandpa Rory hired them to build a security system to protect the deed. Well, they built it all right.
And made a dashed fine job of it, too. Brilliant, inspired, Flit's men did their damnedest, but they couldn't disable the system.
And nor could anyone else, including Goodman Witless. Thanks to him, the deeds are still locked away in the walls here somewhere, guarded by his tick-tock state-of-the-art security system.
Well, I've done a bit of tinkering myself with security systems. Do you know how this one works?
Not a flippin' clue. You need 3 keys to switch it off, that's all I ken. A gold one, a silver one, and a porcelain one.
And these keys, where are they to be found?
Search me, pal. They're well hid, too. Got security systems of their own, they say.
Either that clock's wrong or I am. Springs could do with a bit of tensioning.
Nonsense. Clock's on thicket time, that's all.
Clock could do with a bit of minor maintenance.
Tee-hee time, everybody. Time for a joke. I say. I'm wearing my lucky golf socks today.
Lucky golf socks? What the devil are lucky golf socks?
The pair with a hole in one.
A sock with a hole in one!
This clock seems slightly cuckoo. Perhaps a nice game of golf would help clear the old grey matter. No clues around here.
What do you think of that, eh?
Oh, lucky shot.
Lucky? That were McBiscuit magic, that were.
Oh, the prickly thicket anthem always brings a tear to me eye.
Clock could do with a bit of minor maintenance. To hook and slice is never nice. I dare say that's true. So why do they make clubs that hook and slice? Now then, I wonder...
Crivens! He has found it! He's found
It's
it!
the silver key.
Can you help me decipher this clue, Mr. Paneer? Only the man who has mastered the Ganges...
Shh! It's a story I first heard at me grandmother's knee about a secret golf grip that men have devoted their lives to discovering.
Oh, that's all stuff and nonsense. The Ganges grip is an old wives' tale and nothing more.
Major Crom, you've no wish to see Prickly Thicket closed down.
Heaven forbid!
So perhaps you could help me recover the deed.
Helping others? Out of the question. Against club rules.
Automatic golf ball cleaner. I say, that face looks familiar.
Dinna see how, unless you were round about these parts 400 year ago. That there dusty old dowager is Duchess Flit. Her family owned much of the land hereabouts in those days. And that chappie sneaking out the back that were my great-great-great-great-great-grandpa, Lord Rory McBiscuit. Come down for his holidays and missed the last coach back to Scotland.
I do see a slight resemblance.
Aye, he were a bonny lad, and a great one with the lassies. The Duchess couldn't get her fill of him, but as you can see, he cared for nobbut mucking about in a golf course. 'Twas Grandpa Rory who built Prickly Thicket.
And what did Duchess Flit have to say about that?
Oh, threw her in a right rage it did. Had her men seize the course by force. Aye, and that's when her troubles began.
I hope Gromit's managing to keep house in my absence. Can't take tea today, lad. Prickly Thicket's on a bit of a sticky wicket, and only golden retrieval can save the day. Grab our detection kit and let's... What's up, Chuck? Good afternoon, ladies. Is there anything I can do for you?
Wallace!
Oh, oh dear me.
My grandniece is a tender-hearted girl, Mr. Wallace. She hates to see a man ruin his life.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure, Mrs.
It's Miss Flit, actually. And I make it a rule never to shake hands with individuals who belong to certain organizations. Golf is a barbaric practice, Mr. Wallace. Those caught in its snares inevitably descend into squalor, destitution, and madness. It's all there in this little booklet.
Save yourself, Wallace!
that stamp's not been franked. I'll just...
Attend to your guests, Mr. Wallace.
I've enjoyed our little chat, Miss Flit. Oh, and a great pleasure meeting you, Miss Flit. But, Mustache?
Please, try to turn your life around, Wallace.
Awfully pressed for time, Gromit. Would you mind attending to our guests?
Could we have a clean handkerchief, please?
I appreciate your concern, Miss Flit, but really,
My grandniece's condition is far too delicate to engage in conversations with madmen. Kindly direct your ravings to me.
A glass of milk?
Makes a change for the sort of tipple you imbibe at your club, I'll venture. Very good. Drink your milk. At least that's a wholesome activity.
Do you think it will restore his senses, Aunt Prudence?
There's always hope.
Beg pardon, madam, but regarding the, charges you've brought against me, I mean to say, is that a fair way to treat a fellow? A bit rough, if you ask me.
Fair way? Rough? You see, Felicity, this is what golf does to the mind. The man is obsessed.
Lovely time. Mustache? Clever workmanship.
That there.
Built by...
Ah, time to tee off. Now, who am I gonna humiliate today? Wallace! Now, watch how it's done, laddie. I'll hold the pose a while, in case anyone's of a mind to take a wee picture. Your turn, Wallace. Or did you want to give up? How many strokes you reckon it'll take him to get off the tee? Show us your best, Wallace. Where did... That wouldn't be my... Looks effort... No, for...
See that? By heck, the chairman's missed his shot.
No, I never. It were the rubbish club what missed it. Well, your turn. Pick a club. Here comes the fiend of the fairway. Gonna swing from the big boys tee this time, are you, Wallace?
Heavens! He did it again. He missed another shot.
Something's not right. What's going on? All right then. Which club are you going to use? Stand back, everyone! The pro's going to show us how it's done. Step up to the tee, Wallace.
Look, Wallace sunk the ball.
No, he never. It's a trick. He... Crevens!
Crikey! The golden key!
Oh, the golden key!
Looks like a match. Gold key, gold lock. About this Ganges grip, Mr. Paneer, I don't suppose you'd be able to demonstrate.
You got the wrong fella, Mr. Wallace. It's a closely guarded secret, they say.
Oh, it's a load of old phooey. If you listen to him, Wallace, you'll be snookered from the start.
How do, Wallace? How goes your first and last day at your new club?
Couldn't you see fit to spare Prickly Thicket, Constable Dibbins?
Quite devoted to the place, ain't you? Considering you only got sworn in this morning.
It's only that, well, the club has such a long history and,
Aye, an history of decline and fall, and blatant discrimination when it comes to new members.
I beg your pardon?
They don't know what they missed out on, passing over a crack golfer like me. I could have put Prickly Thicket back on map. I could have showed them that...
Showed them what?
It wouldn't mean anything to you, Wallace, but plenty of clubs are killed to have a member who knows the Ganges grip.
A master of the Ganges grip, eh? Oh, you've got hidden depths, Constable.
That I have. And since how nobody seems to appreciate them, my depths are gonna stay hidden.
Oh dear, that was 10 pence. Must fix this hole in my pocket. Afraid I can't quite make out what you're saying.
The missus had some of that Mr. Panier's fancy nut butter. Now she can't open a gob.
Oh dear, sticky situation that.
I know. Wonder if he's got any more.
Here you are, Mrs. Gabberly. This ought to do the trick.
Oh, I can talk again.
Now look what you've done, Wallace.
And I'll have a few choice words for you tonight. Don't suppose you want the sticky stuff? I'm afraid to touch it.
Had all I need, Mrs. Gabberly. Thanks just the same. No clues around here. Nothing but nut butter in there. Must be awfully popular stuff. Imagine a master of the secret Ganges grip right here in town.
That's right. And I ain't going to give up that secret to no prickly thicketer.
Can't thank you enough for loosening me lips, love.
I wonder, Mrs. Gabberly, would you mind awfully if I, dip the handle of my golf club into your sticky nut butter?
If it'll help you with your detective work, help yourself. I want nothing more to do with the stuff.
Much obliged. Now then, about the Ganges grip. I was wondering...
You're holding the blinking club upside down. Give me that. The trick is to... Hey, think you can steal me secrets, do you? All right, take a gander at this. There now. Catch that, did you? What trick are you trying to pull, Wallace? Take your pigging club and bug off, Wallace. I haven't got time for all your shenanigans.
Much obliged, Constable.
Time to hit the links already. Who's the lucky loser this time? There's a reason some of us are chairman of the club and others are top of the flops. Your turn, Wallace. I'm a big-hearted bloke, me. I'll let you take a mulligan on that one. Give it another go. Don't blame you for quitting. The club, if you please. I trust you've learned your lesson.
Crikey O'Reilly, this is most irregular.
Oh, the Ganges grip.
I told you, Paneer, there's no such...
By heavens, he's
Porcelain key!
Talk about a hole in one.
The porcelain key that will slide in the porcelain slot.
It's the deed.
Well, it appears to be genuine.
So you see, PC Plod, Prickly Thicket has a wee golf course after all.
I see. And where is this land exactly?
Well...
If you can't even establish that, gentlemen, I don't see how...
Gangway! Gangway! Used to be in reconnaissance, don't you know? Dab hand at topography. Let me see now. Bit of a rise to the north, river bisecting the 11th fairway, grove of oaks to the west. Interesting.
What is it?
Naturally, some of the landmarks have disappeared in the intervening years, but if my guess is correct, the 18th green is located precisely on the spot of ground now known as...
62 West Wallaby Street.
Well, I'll be.
And it's not just my house that's in danger. If Chairman McBiscuit gets his way, the golf course will end up covering most of the...
But I'm still jiggered if I understand why you're playing golf through the middle of town.
If I win the chairman's tournament, I'll be named chairman of Prickly Thicket, Mrs. Caverly. It's only the club chairman who can call off the wrecking ball.
Why's the chairman's tournament got to be played here?
Well, as the deeds show, Mrs. G, we're standing on the site of the original Prickly Thicket golf course. You see, it's all very logical if you stop to think about it.
And Chairman McBiscuit sinks his putt, moving him to 20 under par.
But let's face it, Pat. You haven't a prayer.
Oh, I'm not chucking in the trilby just yet. I've still 2 holes to play, remember? And I've got one clear advantage. The greatest helper a golfer ever had. Me remote-activated auto caddy. Watch this. Oh, here, Gromit. How'd you like to man the controls for a while, huh?
Get away with you. Give up now while you're still behind. Have you not been humiliated enough?
Not by half. Which way to the next tee?
Well, let's make things interesting at least. 2 holes left to play. The wee short hole starts here, and it ends right over there.
What a shot! Hole in one for Chairman McBiscuit. He's on fire today, ladies and gentlemen. Now he swaggers to the 18th tee.
The long hole. starts right here, and it ends...
By heck, what a Bobby Dazzler! Clean out of sight.
Why, Panea, where's it going to come down then?
Let me see now. The 18th hole. Yes, that would be 62 West Wallaby Street.
Oh, yeah. Now, you can play the 2 holes in either order. Play them both at the same time if you like. First man to finish, the pair of them, wins the tournament. What do you say?
I say, that's a very sporting offer. I accept.
Right then, afraid I haven't got time to hang around here and watch you muff your shots. I've a victory party to get to. You'd best follow me back to the 18th green, Panea. You'll not want to miss commentating on my match-winning putt.
Now then, which hole shall we tackle first? Let's give the short hole a try. Oh dear, that's going to be a tough shot.
A spectacular shot, ladies and gentlemen. Spectacularly bad, that is. Straight into the sewer. Another stroke of misfortune for the underdog Wallace.
Can't even see the ball from here, let alone play it. Nothing for it but to take the plunge, eh, lad? Not exactly a picnic in the garden, but at least it's dry down here, eh, Chuck? Now to locate the ball and chip it back out. Shouldn't be too difficult a task. Oh dear.